Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm your host, BringItDon, and I currently have all my advisors gainfully employed in one project and 3 events, except for the general, who is going to rank up yet again to rank 4. So take 2 weeks. Hopefully I don't fail anything. Okay, rank 4, and he is the highest ranked individual on our team. Oh, he failed. I mean, we still got +1 to economy. +3 to loyalty. Triumph, +6 and +2. Awesome. Alright, we have 9 new events. In the name of the law, a group of volunteers arrive from Brevoid. They're looking to help bring order to these lands. The people would make a welcome reinforcement to the guards if they could be persuaded to join their ranks. Well, he's persuasive, right? Well, hold on. Before I do that, let's look at my projects. I didn't get any new projects, did I? This could be nice. +1 to morale, attack, and damage rolls. I think the border training camps is what I want him to do. +2 bonus for resolving problems, but it costs 125 BP, so actually screw that. Sorry. This is all new, so let's put him on this. Ancient tradition, an invitation to a celebrated folk festival was delivered to the castle. Deal with that in a moment. Celebrity visit. I think he would be best for that. Libido. Bumper harvest. This year the gods smiled on the peasants. Grain crops are doing well, and stocks are bowing to the ground under the weight of the food they bear. Such fortune is rare. Who would decide what to do with the sudden wealth? Let's see. A crowd of enraged peasants trying to lynch a young Aasimar girl. The people feel certain that she casts hex and steals children. There's no real proof of this. Alright, well, let's resolve a problem. Problems are always important to resolve. And actually, hold on. I need to do this. This will get done right now. Before I spend the BP for it, I want to upgrade my capital. Cheap publicity. A group of bards is offered to praise. Okay, we've done this one before. Blight disease. We've also done this one. Alright, we have a counselor waiting for us, and we have an advisor. Okay. So when we exit, we'll have 2 things. We'll have someone that's not doing anything. Oh, Reg. And we don't have enough for either one of these. Darn. And these are all, yeah, for advisors that I don't have yet. Darn. Yeah, roll Reg, I guess you're just gonna be sitting idly around. Unless I can put you on one of these. Oh, I can Dio. There you go. You can deal with the celebrity visit. That should help. Something, I hope. Alright, yeah, let's exit out of here and deal with these other problems, and then we'll head towards the root of the seed problem. The beast problem. It's supposed to be a joke, but it didn't come out very well. It's supposed to be, get it, root, seeds. You get it. You get it. Your Grace, it's time to hire another advisor. You need someone who can oversee our diplomatic relationships with other countries. Concerning your complicated ties to Brevoy and the character of the River Kingdoms, the earlier you find a talented Grand Diplomat, the better. Speaking of diplomacy, the project of a consulate in Brevoy has appeared on my desk. This would be an establishment for your subjects who find themselves in trouble while traveling there. To my mind, it's a waste of money, but I felt duty-bound to inform you personally about this idea. I like this idea. Let's build a consulate in Brevoy. As you wish, Your Grace. Lost 75 BP. Am I negative now? Because I only had 69. I think I'm negative. It's probably not a good thing. There's something important I want to discuss with you. Meeting your eyes, Tristian looks away as if perplexed. It's not easy to admit, but recently the barony has grown so much that I feel it's slipping my grasp. Please ease my burden by finding someone for the position of Curator of Arts and Education. Tristian catches his breath and smiles brightly. It's a huge weight off my shoulders. I have other news as well, which I'm sure you'll find agreeable. As you know, our neighbor Galt has been in chaos for years. Their ever-changing rulers destroy whatever that goes against their fickle doctrines, including scientists and creators. One of them was recently able to escape to your lands. He's the publisher of a newspaper whose headquarters in Galt were burnt down after false accusations of slander. He wishes to move the capital where he will enjoy your protection. In exchange, he has offered to found a new printing house. He escaped Galt with his plans for a printing machine with him. He's ready to start his business here. With your permission and help, of course. I think it's a wonderful opportunity, not only to get our newspaper, but to help an innocent man get back on his feet. What do you say? Yeah, but we have Lindsay's printing shop. Why do we need another one? Tristan smiles. Lindsay publishes books, not newspapers. I doubt she'd be interested in this kind of endeavor, and our guest from Galt specializes in it. Yeah, but do well to open a printing house in the capital. Okay, I'm really in the negative. Wonderful. I shall immediately send a messenger to the poor fellow and inform him of your decision. Tristan's eyes flash with excitement. You have saved another soul from helplessness and despair. Yeah, but at what cost? We're bankrupt. Like, Do you want BP as well? I'm happy to see you, O most worthy one. A new gift and stories await you. Still, I urge you to visit me at my workshop. I wish to share with you a rumor that may lead me to quit your realm, to suddenly embark on an adventure. Please do not take long. Please accept this fine item. It has been crafted according to the traditions of Udrani craftsmanship. Even in the impossible kingdoms, possessing something so precious would inspire awe and envy. What can I have you make? Okay, yeah, she's alright. I'm not gonna read that. Alright, so I have to go talk to her so she doesn't leave. What did she give me? Heart Piercer. This is one of the gifts of the Royal Court Master Shaynih'a, who arrived to the Stolen Lands from the foreign land of Udra in search of a vocation. Alright. This +3 Agile Psi grants its wielder +2 luck bonus on initiative rolls. Whenever it lands a hit, it makes the target bleed for 1 to 6 HP per round. The bleed will continue until the target receives magic healing or leaves combat. Wow, that's pretty good. You know, if I had someone that uses a Psi. Okay, so we're broke. I'm probably gonna go buy BP. Oh wait, hold on, I can hire more advisors. Let's take care of that first. Yeah, I should probably buy BP, because we're like, what, negative... We're negative something, darn it. +1 loyalty. Support the counselor's endeavors. Support the regent's endeavors. Advisors. So what do we have here? Grand Diplomat. I'll put Valerie in charge of the diplomacy. A curator. Ooh. Control and dominate, promotes freedom of expression, and supports artists and the arts. Yeah, let's do the storyteller. He has +5. Actually, I should look at this. Who has... She has +4 relations. Yeah, we'll do Lindsay. Sorry, Valerie. I want you on the council, but... I'm surprised Valerie can't be a general. Yeah, but let's go with the biggest bonus. I think that's for the best. Alright. Well, when one of those 2 advisors that can level up are free, I'll come back and I'll level them up. But first I want to go talk to Shaynih'a so she doesn't leave the barony. Let's see, it's on a... Yeah, I need to go talk to her. Alright. Let's go talk to her first, then we'll deal with the main quest, Aroni. A lot of rope. I probably don't need that much rope, but I'm gonna... I never read this. Crushing bone. Hear me. Each word I speak shall turn to stone. The world shall shudder at my word. Open your eyes and see. The world becomes beautiful. Burnt forest stretching to the horizon. Mounds of bodies. Blackened skies. Skulls littering the coast like gravel. I, the one who renders the flesh of her enemies, take in this beauty. All living beings tremble at my sight. Bow to me. Search. Search the children of Shaylin. Tear them apart. Destroy them. No. Transform them. Grant them the gift of rebirth. Let them become beautiful. Befitting the beauty I shall bring into this world. O great Lamashtu, the eater of hearts, reveal your truth to us. We hear your call. All of you shall live in a better world. Curse Pazuzu, the flying worm. He shall fall in this war. Soon myriads of warriors under my command. The mountains themselves shall crumble at our feet. Burn all. Make the world beautiful. The ground thirsts for blood. I thirst for beauty. Give birth to beasts. I shall. Okay. Oh, I think that makes for good recreational reading. Oh yeah, shoot, we gotta talk to Knock Knock as well. Gotta brace myself for difficult reading. Broken English. Or you could think of it as advanced English, because why say many word when few word do trick? So let's see how long I've been recording. Oh, not very long. Cool. Should be a fruitful episode. One of Knock Knock's ears perk up at your approach. He fixes you with a single eye and waits. I'd like to know more about you. Knock Knock smiles. Come to right place. He jabs his thumb into his own chest, then narrows his eyes at you suspiciously. But depend on what knowing you want. How do you get the name Knock Knock? Knock Knock looks sheepish, then his eyes narrow as if remembering. Sound when others hit my head with rocks and sticks and boards. Make knocking noise. Give me lumps, usually hit me 2 times. He rubs his skull, which you now notice resembles a tiny cluster of knobby, calloused hills. He then gives a feral grin. But I show them. Be hero. Then I knock them. Yeah, I have questions for you. But I only start tell. Best part come. But try hitting me, giving me name. Knock Knock makes face. You think. It's hard to tell. It Knock Knock's fault, though. Mom not raised Knock Knock in cage. Let him run around, get in adventures. Who is your mother? Knock Knock shrugs. Not no. One day realize I am wandering around. Go find other goblins. Then he wraps his head twice. Knock Knock. What do you mean, you were not raised in a cage? Knock Knock nods and gives you a pitying look. You longshanks raise your short shanks bad. Goblins raise right. Keep children in cage until bigger. It's smart way to raise kids. Not wail and cry unless put spiders in cage. Or snakes. Do you miss your village? Knock Knock frowns and lights up. The village! Then his expression breaks and he sighs wistfully. Yes. Smelled like toads. Beasts eat bad goblins. Children kept in cages. As all should be. His face lights up again. But at least no see chief again. That good. I'd like to ask you about goblins. Knock Knock blinks with his right eye, and then his left one. Well, ask. Why do you mangle words? Knock Knock peers at you, and shakes his head slowly. Not us, you. You longshanks and half-shanks are drunk with words. Use too many. Like a cloud of flies out of your mouth. All that noise make it hard to listen to you. See, hear you. Knock Knock raises a hand and flaps it. Pantomiming talking. Me, Baron. Greet word, ask, words, more words, then boring words. The hand slows, then dips, making snoring noises. And me now asleep. Not your fault. Knock Knock gives you a pitying look as he tucks his hand away. Knock Knock help if can, but it you who not talk right. Longshanks and half-shanks think goblins half-headed, no brain. But you are the half-heads, who drink too many words and vomit them out. Don't tell that a half-shank Lindsay. Are there other goblins who speak common better than you? Other goblins? Knock Knock glares at you, then raises his nose and pinches it as if smelling something foul. Other tribes? They put on big show, add extra words, waste everyone's time. He removes his finger from his nose and shakes his head, then gives a sinister grin, as if about to tell a ghost story. I still say you all mangle your speech. You're worse than most of your kin. Legends say other goblins steal words from Knock Knock's tribe. He glances around quickly, then leans in with a whisper. Not true. They speak more words, but it is because they are all cursed to do so. He stands proudly, his eyes closed as if at attention. In stolen lands, goblins speak correct. As if trying to prove his point, Knock Knock remains silent, his eyes closed. After a moment, one of his ears pricks up and he cracks an eyelid open, slightly to see if you're still there. then shuts it. Do you have a problem with Lindsay? Knock Knock wrinkles his nose. The visual is horrific. Lindsay smells gross like spring flowers. Has tiny ears. Never files teeth. Combs hair till shiny. Washes self in clothes. He shudders. Write in book all time. Oh, is that all? Hook. Knock Knock shakes his head violently and makes a vomiting motion. Other half shanks, they just squealing blood bags waiting to pop. But Lindsay like Chatterfly. Knock Knock rolls his eyes. I don't like the gray part doesn't have to be in his choppy English. Lindsay, right. He folds his arms then huffs under his breath. She sing bad too. What's wrong with writing? What wrong with writing? Knock Knock stares at you as if a frog just hopped out of your mouth. All goblins know why. It steals think thoughts. Takes them away. He shudders again. Lindsay do it all the time, but somehow she still have think thoughts. Why she have so many? So no wedding then? What? No. Knock Knock not want wife. He makes gagging motion. Not her. Gross. Getting sick. You step back. He generally looks like he's about to vomit. Wait, no. Swallowed it back. All good. Knock Knock licks his lips. I'll tell her you said that. Knock Knock eyes widen. He seems genuinely terrified. Not tell her that. No. She write it in book. Curse Knock Knock. Right. You don't like Lindsay. Enough about her. What's wrong with writing? Alright, we've already said that. If goblins don't write, how do you remember anything? Knock Knock stares at you for several moments, then a few more. Finally he leans in and whispers, Why you stare at me? Do I have a bug on my face? I've heard goblins sing. It's infamous. Knock Knock frowns. What? Like, Knock Knock kick fast, Knock Knock bite deep, Knock Knock stab you while you sleep? There's a long uncomfortable silence as Knock Knock stares at you, dragging his finger across his blade as if coaxing it to sleep. Knock Knock finally breaks the silence by shaking his head. No, songs make ears hurt. Want to bury your head in dirt. But that was a rhyme and a song. That? A song it not. Not what you thought. You just did it again. On purpose? You say what? I know not. A mischievous flicker flashes across Knock Knock's eyes. Let's talk about something else. What will you do now? Knock Knock looks at you, then frowns as if sizing you up. Be a hero. Knock Knock teach you. You teach Knock Knock. He gives a grin that nearly splits his face. You see, yes? Alright, well, at least it wasn't too much talking. Let's get out of here. Actually, what is he considered? Hold on, let's get out of here. Chaotic Evil. Well, let's level him up. He's already a level 7 rogue. That's pretty good. Probably give him dexterity. Plus 8, wow. Just straight dexterity. Yeah, screw it. Get improved 2-weapon fighting, because he has, what, double slice, toughness, 2-weapon fighting, and martial weapons proficiency. Alright. Finish leveling him up. Hammer the Gap might be good on him. Outflank's probably really good on him. And then if I had somebody else with outflank, obviously it would be more beneficial.
Without a doubt.
Alright. Let's go see Shaynih'a. Make sure she doesn't leave the barony. Because then I should also have... Where's the Gudrun River at? This is the Gudrun River. They said that there was... I guess I'll follow it all the way to Lake Silverstep? Yeah, so yeah, to keep going east. Okay. But first we're gonna go west to Trollfell. We'll stop by and see what our friend Dragon is up to real quick. Not a whole lot. Alright. I have to read one of her lengthy stories, I'm sure. I'm pleased to see you again, O worthy one. What brings you to me? What happened this time? Shaynih'a hands you a heavy, worn piece of metal. I have heard, O worthy one, that there lives a storyteller in your realm, whose eyes can see into the memories of things. Please show him this. It was the tip of a spear that once belonged to my esteemed ancestor, Vubalak. He was fated to live in interesting times, for it was then that Kothogaz, the Dance of Disharmony, spawn of Robogug, attacked Vudra. A million Vudrani came out to fight him, and amongst them was the cleric Vubalak. Kothogaz walked across the ocean, and the water reached only up to his waist. He was covered by a mighty shell like a beetle, and the slime from his body covered the waters like fat, calming the waves around him, and his many mouths dripped with spittle. Kothogaz cried out, and the putridity of its breath made creatures faint, bleeding from their eyes, their nose, and their ears, while the monster's saliva burned through everything it touched. Trust me, for I have seen stones that were touched by this poison. Vubalak, however, called forth the priests, and they cast their magic. The ocean boiled, and Kothogaz began to boil in it. The whales came surfacing all around him as he screamed, and his chitin hardened, becoming more and more fragile, until finally it cracked and crumbled. Finally, Vubalak saw the heart of the Dance of Disharmony. He jumped so high that his mighty body blocked the sun, and the stars shone in the day. He then threw his spear and shattered Kothogaz's heart to 101 pieces. We've managed to gather some of the pieces, but not all. Perhaps if the storyteller were to read the spear's memories, he'd be able to tell where the other pieces went. Then I might collect them to honor my mighty ancestor. That would be a truly heroic deed. Perhaps the path of a hero is what fate truly has in store for me. Alright, well, let's go talk to the storyteller, I suppose. I'm sorry, I left my my hero behind. I like his art. It's very epic, the fire in the background and everything. Alright, back to the capital, so we can talk to the storyteller. Let's see, Abhijana asked me to show you how you're handling your new job, to ask him that. I'm immensely grateful for this position, Your Grace. Thanks to it, I daily discover many new stories of living people and their art. Abhijana asked me to show you this spear fragment. Can you tell me anything about its owner? The storyteller touches the spear fragment. When he speaks, his voice sounds weak and depressed. We've been walking for 10 days. The caravan's owner is swearing and scratching himself. Seems the fat slob got some bad mosquito bites. I think he's regretting his decision to bypass the border guard through a smuggling route. Half the porters have upset stomachs, likely due to drinking water from the stream I found yesterday. Guess there must have been a reason it reeked. I walked in front, trying to seem respectable and intimidating. Otherwise, I might realize I'm lost. The trouble really started 3 days ago. I only saw the map once, but there was definitely supposed to be just one path here. We found dozens. Only an experienced guide would be able to find the right one. Of course, the caravan owner thinks I'm such a guide. I told him I've been running this route for 10 years, that I know every bush by name. I really needed the money. They won't let me run up my tab anymore. There's a whistle, then hooting from the bushes. Bandits. 12 ragged, filthy people with rotten teeth and sunken eyes. Not much worse than us now. I rise from the bushes, their hair and clothes a mess. I raise my spear and scream threateningly, which usually scares off the weaker ones, but not these bandits. They get close, I swing, I stumble. I'm falling, and I hear something crack. Did I break a bone? No, it was the spear. I fell across the shaft, practically sitting on it, and it snapped. The bandit attacks, his bludgeon spinning overhead. Terrified, I crawl under the cart. Members of the caravan are being slaughtered around me like cattle. It was an evil hour when they chose to trust me. Vubalak, a sham guide, a drunkard, and a sad coward who inadvertently led them all straight into a bandit ambush. Storyteller hands back the spear fragment, his forehead covered in sweat. What an unpleasant memory. I did not believe the owner of this piece was a meritorious individual. Well, she's not going to be happy to hear about that. Won't be happy to hear about that at all. See what it says. If I lie, though, she thinks that her ancestor's a great hero. Maybe she'll think she's supposed to be a great hero. I think honesty is the best policy here. Plus, she's giving me weapons like monk weapons, which I'm just gonna sell. So I don't need her as a smith. I mean, free money's free money, but I don't need her. Because I'm sitting on a lot of money right now as it is. Alright, back to Trollfell. And last time I gave her bad news, though, she was like, oh, hey, that's okay. I'm supposed to be a smith anyway. So maybe that's what'll happen here. Alright, hold on. Let's quick save just in case. Maybe if I can keep her. Let's see. The storyteller has seen that your ancestor was a coward and a failure, not a hero. I am sorry. Virgiani frowns, but then her face lightens and a smile crosses her lips. This is not news that I expected to hear. And still, is this news all that bad? It means that I need not sail back to Vrudra, but may instead continue my work here. This reminds me of a story. Keep listening in silence. Maharaja Ki-Ben-Sald etched his glorious name in history when he conquered the kingdoms of the genies. He spied on the descendants of the goddess Shaynih'a, the Garuda, and saw how they charmed snakes by playing their flutes. Through these secrets, he discovered a way to charm and bind the genie to his will. Ki-Ben-Sald openly declared his new mastery for all to hear, and in doing so insulted their race. Emissaries from the vizier of the genie, the genie of air, came to demand an apology from the wizard, only to be turned into slaves, and their bodies bound in chains. It was then that the Malik of the fire djinn, known as the Efreet, sent his assassins. They hid in a cloud of dust and approached as the mage was sleeping. But they did not know that the wise man had taught his servants his techniques. While he slept, his servants captured the assassins. The Pasha of the Shaitans, also known as the Earth Genies, sent his finest warrior, Tumir, the destroyer of palaces. By his command, Ki-Ben-Sald's palace fell and turned to rubble. The cunning wizard foresaw this, however, and fled to the island of Jalmare. Tumir chased after him, forgetting that the waters of the ocean could not hold his heavy flesh. As he began to drown, Ki-Ben-Sald sent ships to save him, but only after Tumir swore to serve him. As compensation for the palace he destroyed, the genie was commanded to build the pure temple of the Maharaja, which was 100 times more beautiful than the one he destroyed. Trust me, for I have seen this temple with my very eyes. One of the royal Marids, the genies of water, came to free his brethren from captivity. Of all the genies, he was the wisest. For 3 days, Ki-Ben-Sald competed with the genie in the art of poetry. At the end of the third night, Ki-Ben-Sald was so exhausted that he was about to take a ceremonial dagger to open his own veins. The genie, however, was first to admit defeat, and entered a copper vessel which the wizard then sealed. It was thus that history came to know the Maharaja as a great conqueror of the genies. As you can see, your actions may be seen as valorous by some and heinous by others, for it is still forbidden to utter the name of Keban Salt among the genii, so much is it hated. Let others think of you as a villain or lunatic. All that truly matters is the enlightenment and devotion to your own goals. Blooms in your heart. It is decided. I shall continue my work on my path to mastery, and will create a masterpiece which will immortalize my name. May it serve you well, whether I be praised for it by your friends, or cursed for it by your enemies. Okay, so yeah, seems like telling the truth is the way to go with her. Lying never prospers. Don't fib. That's what I'm saying. Be honest where you can if you can. Alright, so now we head east.
I need to catch my breath.
We'll rest when everyone needs to rest.
My strength
Well,
fades.
or get into a fight that we can't win because everyone's fatigued. We'll see. Oops, I'm trying to click on everybody. Well, hello. A large coin purse lies in the middle of the road. This purse is tied to a rope, awkwardly covered with dust as if to mask its presence. The rope winds its way to a cluster of dense bushes nearby. Athletics 14, pick up the purse. As you pick up the purse, a jubilant scream comes from the bushes, and someone or something starts yanking on the rope, so hard you almost stumble. You pull the rope, and there's a shout. A moment later, a band of goblins leaps out from the bushes, screaming and shouting. Rubbing their bruises, the goblins pick themselves up and try to brush the dirt off, but their hands are so filthy, they cake on more with every swipe. One of them stabs his finger at you. Not fair. You caught in our trap. You surrender now. It was a trap? For whom? For passersby and other bypassers. They pass by back and forth for no reason at all. Shaman says, catch one or two, he find use for them. Yeah, so where's the shaman of yours? He be not far, in our village by the river. The goblin points presumably toward the village. Why would your shaman want to catch humans? Me not telling you. It be a secret. The goblin scratches his head then whispers to the others. Any of you know why shaman wanted humans? He won't say. Darn. Turning back to you, the goblin raises his finger. A secret. A very big secret. After that, as if unsure of what to do with his finger, he awkwardly scratches behind his ear. Have you caught anyone yet? No way we did. We could, but you came and spoiled it all. Now shaman be tearing our ears off along with our heads. What's inside the purse? Stones. Small stones. You be expecting gold, huh? Ha, fooled you. Yeah, catching humans, are you? I'll put an end to this. I mean, obviously I'm gonna kill them. They're trying to attack people on the road. Oh, trap. Go for this one. Octavia. I guess just keep attacking. I'd like for you to take care of the trap, but I guess it went off. Oh, she's using Scorching Ray. She doesn't need to be using that on these guys. Let's about to take care of this goblin sneak. Jeez. Butter? Well, hot dog. All of our worries are over. Can I so not? I want the stones, darn it.
Here.
Alright, whatever. Have a pair of gloves following me around. When in doubt, intimidate them with floating inanimate objects. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Harem's story, like the resolution to his.
We should gather our strength.
All right, that's right. I need to change the meal. Someone brought it up. I wonder what to get. Hunter's roast, maybe. Let's try the one with the. Let's see. I don't want too much. Well, that's difficulty check of 20. I'll do fish on a stick. Let's do rice and nut pudding. See what that gets us. An excellent rice and nut pudding. Wonder what the bonus is for that. It's probably the same thing, right? +5 movement speed bonus for a day. Well, it seems like it's the Goblin village. So let's let us enter. Quick save. I must see how long I've been recording. 36? Alright. Probably won't be able to finish this whole area, but we can at least start it. Freed prisoners! Help, goblins are upon us. Are they? Okay.
Let's finish them quick.
Oh, hey, guards. Try to save as many as we can. Oh, sorry. Should have had the person closest to it. Is there anyone to talk to? Oh, Keston. Hey, Keston. Keston nods. His armor is covered with cuts and scratches. There is blood on his gloves, but he himself is uninjured. You're right on time, Baron. We were losing hope. No longer, now that you're here. Further down the path, behind a palisade, lies a nest of goblins. We chanced upon it while heading upriver. I have no idea when these pests managed to build it, and so fast. We scouted it less than 10 days ago, and there was no trace of them. Keston regains his composure. Whatever the cause, the surrounding area is thick with goblins. Only one of the scouts we sent made it back. He reports they have raised a fort of sorts at the top of the hill, around a totem to Lamashtu. A totem to Lamashtu totem. That's very redundant, Keston. Inside the fort are cages with prisoners inside. We've managed to rescue a few of the captives. Others escaped and came back on their own. We've questioned them. They say the shaman performs rituals on the prisoners. We entrenched ourselves here to prepare for an attack, but goblins keep coming at us. They're not giving us a moment's peace. The way they're hounding us, we cannot protect the survivors and attack the camp at the same time. Keston turns to face you, his eyes determined. Only you can rescue the caged prisoners in the fort, Your Grace. Alright, I'm leaving at once. I need to free the prisoners before the goblins serve them for dinner, or worse. I wish you good fortune, Your Grace. Send the ones you rescue our way, we'll protect them. Can this Goblin camp have something to do with the seeds? The way to find out is to get inside. You have to get past the gates and see what's going on in there. How are the prisoners? Some are injured, many are exhausted, and every one of them is terrified after what they've been through. All the prisoners we've spoken to say they are taken to the Lamashtu totem to take part in their magic rituals. Keston frowns. What's strange is that the shaman doesn't sacrifice anyone. All he does is shriek and pray to Lamashtu, and then force his victims to drink water until they start to choke. The prisoners mentioned a shaman. The leader? The scout mentioned seeing a large white beast at the hilltop. He thought it might be a wolf. If true, the Goblin King must be somewhere in the camp. We discovered the magic seeds are transported by water. If the shaman is infecting prisoners on purpose, then anyone who has consumed the water can give birth to a monster. There's no time, I have to kill them all. Keston turns pale. How dare you say that? We know how to save them, I refuse. Alright, have it your way, Keston. I'm grateful, Your Grace. I didn't realize... Reading it again, I realized that I'm talking about the prisoners, but in my head it's like, I have to kill all the goblins. That's why I said that. I wasn't gonna kill all the prisoners. Because we have a surgery that can save them, we should be fine. Let's start clearing out this area before I say anything else stupid. Sorry, Keston, I didn't mean to frighten you like that. I wonder what he drops if I kill him. Can I just walk in over here?
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Run away, everybody. Because Valerie should be up front here.
Consider me provoked.
Or the dog, I guess. That's fine too. Hey, who's throwing fireballs at me? Screw you, dude. Why is it so hard to hit? There we go.
Could be worse, and will be. Definitely will be.
Alright, there we go. Everyone else is topped off except for Harem. That's my fault though, I had Harem up front when he shouldn't have been. Probably a ring of protection. Yep. Just something to sell.
I see something.
Alright, Octavia.
Done and done.
Valerie, where you at?
I am your shield.
I know. Get up here and shield me.
Let us strike as one.
I'm not afraid.
Oh man, that's a lot of people. Okay. First things first. Haste everybody. Let's pop a bless. 1 minute per level. It lasts for a while at least. Also, without an alchemist, I don't think any of them are going to hit us. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay. Yeah, it just keeps on going. That's how I meant to cast. How much longer on this haste? 24 seconds? That's plenty of time.
This is for you.
Just cutting them down like weeds. Just a slaughter. Alright. I'm all about it, guys. Anything really worth grabbing? No. Wait, what is this? What is this fog?
Where to now?
Is he nauseated?
I'm quite a social person, you know. I enjoy
Stinging
meeting new
cloud.
people. They didn't learn to keep away from me yet.
Let us not.
Alright, well I want the stinking cloud to
I won't let you
leave.
down.
But until then, we'll just loot everything. Ooh.
Onwards.
Just start looting
Together.
everything that's in here. Oh, shard in the ring. And finally some more cloth armor. Again, this seems to be very rare in this game. Robe of Air.
Our time has come.
Thatch roof of this broken backed hut smells of rotten mold. Yeah, I'm gonna release the prisoners. I mean, if they kill Keston, at least we did it for a good cause, right? You're making your way through the Goblin camp, a dirty, hastily erected settlement built of trash and mortared with what smells like Goblin waste. You catch sight of the silvery glimmer of Waterhead, then suddenly notice a squad of armed goblins moving towards the water as well, shouting and prodding at a few scared peasants in front of them. Seemingly unaware of you, the goblins push the prisoners to the water's edge. One of the guards knocks the nearest captive, a decrepit old man, off his feet, and he falls on his knees with a moan. The goblin throws a filthy, bent ladle in front of the man and points at the water. Drink fast. The old man picks the ladle with his shaking hands, then stops, quivering with fear. What are you waiting for? We have to save them. Do not rush to interfere. As much as we may pity these poor souls, we must understand what is going on to save countless others. Without a word, Ekron frowns and pulls an arrow from his quiver. Yeah, we're gonna attack the goblins. Hearing your approach, the goblins whirl, see you, and start shrieking. Whether fear or battle cries, you cannot tell. In the heat of the moment, one of them drops his spear, another steps on the foot of the goblin next to him, and so it goes, causing a ripple of chaos to pass through their ranks. The old man, startled by the noise, drops the ladle into the water, and then in the confusion staggers to his feet and breaks into a run. The other prisoners follow, leaving the hapless guard howling in anger. It's weird because she's, what is she? She's lawful something, lawful neutral. But she performing a chaotic neutral action? Or condoning
We shall overcome.
a chaotic neutral action?
Your life ebbs low. I'm glad you dead.
Which to me is really weird. Hey there, Harem.
Notice awaits us.
Everybody group up.
Patience.
There we go. The ground here is soaked. Not a lot of detail. Well, this area seems pretty straightforward. But I think I'm going to call the episode here, because we're at 47 minutes about. And in the next one, we'll continue assaulting the Goblin Fortress and slaughtering all of them. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode.